175. But then let's understand and let's just get the lay of the land in terms of an investor behavior. We are joined by Suranjana Borthakur, Head of Distribution and Strategic Alliances, Mira Asset Investment Managers. Suranjana, hi, morning. Welcome to the show. Lovely to have you. And yes, the SIP numbers are intact. So the SIP heroes have not moved despite the market volatility that was experienced. But yes, a bit of diversion in terms of inflows in mid-cap, small-cap, and also we've seen the number coming up in terms of large cap, and also sectoral and thematic funds have shown good amount of a marginally up inflow number. Whereas, as expected, gold ETF and other ETF, which also includes silver ETF, has done fantastic. Suranjana.
Yes, I think, Kavita, hi. What I see is, yes, of course, the equity numbers have seen a little bit of downside since last month. I think we are back to about October levels where it was around 24,000 crores. What is good to see is, I think, Flexicap, where, people moving more towards diversified categories. I think Flexicap continues to be attracting the largest amount of inflows amongst all categories at about 7,600 crores. But the biggest month-on-month upside that we've seen has actually been in the focused category, but the quantum is still around 1,500 crores. We also have seen a little bit of upside on the large cap category, which is about 28% up compared to last month. But this is actually last month numbers had gone up a little. This month actually the numbers are more or less, I would say, flattish. So I think if you look at sectoral, which you mentioned as a category, that category has seen a little bit of upside in terms of numbers, but about 423 crores out of this has come through the NFO route. There have been a couple of NFOs in the last month in this category, but good to see that the frenzy of just exciting categories attracting money has tapered down to an extent. Good to see the SIP flows, as you mentioned, because SIP flows have been very steady. I think in spite of the total numbers coming down in equity, the SIP book has remained at above 31,000 crores. The hybrid category is very interesting. Actually, if you see in terms of inflows, there's been about a 61% jump that has happened there. Good to see that the multi-asset continues to be the largest category attracting flows there. About 10,000 crores of flows is still common in the multi-asset category. I think apart from that, arbitrage month on month has been the category which has attracted higher inflow. Again, probably a function of, when there is a sideways market, people would like to park money for deployment over a longer period. So the STP money also gets deployed in arbitrage. So there's been a little bit of upside in that. The other important thing is also that there has been month on month upside has been higher on the BAF side also. So if you see in the last few months, what had happened is a lot of upside was seen in the multi-asset category, but BAF as a category was running pretty much flattish. So good to see that there has been a spike in that category also. So I think in the tepid markets, probably the hybrid categories have been seeing good attention from the investors. Gold, as you mentioned, yeah, it's been quite a bit of excitement in that space. I think a large upside we see, I think, from 11,000 crores last month to about 24,000 crores to in the gold ETF category, which is a huge jump. So I think while other ETF category remains where it was last month, just
Right.
about a 14% upside, but gold has seen a huge excitement.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've seen the money shifting over there, and the numbers itself reveal that. But then, Suranjana, one thing, you've mentioned that hybrid getting a maximum spotlight this particular month. You also mentioned BAF. What other hybrid category are we talking about? We're talking about investors going more aggressive or conservative as far as hybrid is concerned. Definitely, we saw a few NFOs also coming in the same category. But then, overall, what's the mood?
Yeah. No, I think hybrids, if you see, as I mentioned, that, if you look at the arbitrage is a segment where people are looking at parking money, right? Whenever there's sideways market. And that rightly so is probably seen the highest month on month upside. But I think multi-asset has been a category. What has happened is one is this gold chasing, which has been happening, but I think multi-asset has been giving that very strategic allocation in gold and silver as well. And that's why if you see the 1 year of equity markets being pretty much flattish in terms of returns, the hybrids like a multi-asset have done pretty well. So that is also a function of, probably getting incremental flows in that segment. But like I said, it is not just the multi-asset this time, it's also the balance advantage category, which was not getting too much of inflows. It's got a 68% upside month on month this month. So which is actually something which is another encouraging thing. I would think that, equity savings is another very good category actually, where investors can look at from an incremental allocation point of view. I see another very important trend in hybrid, that a lot of new investors coming into the market, be it DIY or be it through distributors, are preferring the multi-asset segment, because what is also happening is that's becoming a solution product. That's a
Absolutely.
category like a one-stop solution where you get
Absolutely.
in and you get allocations in all categories. And when we talk about diversification, it works beautifully there.
Absolutely. So that's the beauty of the product as well. But then one important fact to note: gold ETF 24,000 crores, equity inflow 24,000 crores. I think we should just let that sink in. And on that note, it's time up on this particular discussion. Also, thank you so much, Ranjana, for taking your time.